Hello everyone, this is going to be my video review of the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron trilogy. Sideswipe. Transformers! Yeah. Anyway, this is the front of the box. We've got side of the box, which is a really cool picture of Sideswipe. Sweet picture of the arc taken off. Back of the box, top of the box, bottom of the box. My only complaint about these figures, at least in box, is they don't take... There's a lot of empty space there in the box, so... Yay! Downsize, I guess. So, anyway, that's it for them in the box. So, of course, what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to get this guy out of the box and see what it's like. See you guys in a second. Alright guys, here we have Sideswipe out of the package and in his vehicle mode. In my opinion, looking pretty awesome. He's basically looks like a slightly futuristic version of a Countach, which is what you would expect. And he rolls really well. Very cool. And honestly, in this mode, he looks, in my opinion, he looks absolutely great. Really a fantastic look in vehicle mode. Wonderful. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a few comparisons out of the way here that I know everybody's going to want to see. Here he is with, now this is obviously not Sideswipe, but it's G1 Red Alert. Basically, obviously the same mold in G1 because unfortunately I don't have a G1 Sideswipe. The G1 toy is actually taller than this figure. Let's see. The new figure is wider. Let's see if they're if they're the same length. Let's angle the camera up here. Let's see here. He's a bit longer. So he's wider and longer than the G1 figure. So let's get the G1 figure out of the way. Now, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room for a moment. This toy line is slightly controversial because Hasbro, in their infinite wisdom, has decided to do two things in this line. They've decided to raise prices and make this figure slightly smaller. You know, retail on deluxes is now $20, and they seem to have downsized them a little bit. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to compare this Sideswipe with the Sideswipe from the last time they did that, which was the Fall of Cybertron line, and I happen to have that Sideswipe right here. And let's see how they measure up. The Fall of Cybertron Sideswipe is taller. The new one is longer, little bit longer. And which one's wider? The new one's wider. So even though shorter, he's longer and wider than Fall of Cybertron. They're probably roughly the same mass. I'm not, 100% on that, but whatever. There is the Fall of Cybertron mold. Let's compare. Now we're going to compare Sideswipe to a deluxe class from the last line, which is this is from Combiner Wars, so it's from like the last trilogy, obviously. Here he is next to Combiner Wars Jazz, and well, obviously he's shorter. Height-wise, he's also shorter lengthwise and width. They're about the same width, but he's definitely smaller in 2 of the 3 dimensions. And that's enough with size comparisons. I'll just show off a few, aesthetic differences with some other Sideswipes. Here he is with the Classics/Universe Sideswipe. I definitely like the new one better than the old one. I think the new one just looks a lot cooler. And, of course, lastly, here he is with the definitive Sideswipe. Masterpiece. And I actually think they look pretty good together. you know, if you want a obviously realistic looking Lamborghini, the Masterpiece one is the one to beat, but this one still looks really awesome for like a futuristic type of car. So saying which one is better, that's really going to be subjective taste, of course, I think at this point. So there you go. Only other thing really to show off in vehicle mode is, of course, the gimmick of mounting weapons. You can take his missile, you can put it in his roof. You can also mount up his mount up some Target Master, so you can have him quite armed in vehicle mode if that is your desire, which is, you know, kind of cool, I guess. So yeah, actually, guys, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to grab the other deluxes from this line, and we'll see how he scales with them. Be right back. Actually, guys, I did some thinking on this, and the only figure it really makes sense to kind of compare him to is Hound from the current line, because the only other deluxes I have are Cog and Skytread, Flywheels, whatever, you know, and they really aren't comparable vehicles, but Hound is kind of a good figure to put up against him. Obviously, Hound is taller, but Hound is shorter, width-wise. Yeah, similar widths. So, anyway, that is pretty much how they scale with each other, and I think they work out pretty well. So, there's that, and that is basically it for vehicle mode. Alright, guys, time to go ahead and get down to transformation with Sideswipe here. And it's a pretty intuitive transformation. In fact, this was the one deluxe figure I didn't have to refer to any instructions or online video for to get him into vehicular mode. I haven't actually transformed him back to robot mode yet, so but I did get him to vehicle mode with no aid. So let's go ahead and see how simple he is to get back to robot mode. Probably not too bad. So let's see here. Oh, what's a logical starting spot? Start with the arms. There we go. Pull the fisties out there. Alright, then we'll... Yeesh, come on. Maybe. Ooh, what's that noise? Ah. Alright, let's go ahead and... Okay, then you fold those pieces out. And you should be able to flip the legs down at this point. Yep, okay, simple, simple. Alright, there's his feet in there. Kind of just fold them down. After you separate the legs. Let's get that other foot out. Easier said than done. It's wedged in there pretty good. I got the one foot out. Let's see if, okay, yeah. There's a little piece in here you're supposed to be able to use to grab it. Come on, foot. Come on, foot. At least you can see me struggle with this, guys. There we go. That got the foot out. Alright. You just rotate this around, because obviously this is going to be his front. Then we'll just move the car chest. Let's, I bet the wheels. Do the wheels rotate in? I can't. Nope. Oh my, oh my. Then we'll fold these these pieces in here. Ah, the crotch piece goes out, down, and yeah, that was, you know, not too painful, right? Let's go ahead and raise the camera up a little bit. And there we have Sideswipe in his robot mode. And there you go. Looking pretty awesome, if I might say. Let's go ahead and get some size comparisons out of the way. Alright, let's start with the other relevant deluxe from the line. There he is next to Hound, and I think they scale pretty nicely together. Now, here he is with somebody from the previous trilogy. Here he is next to a Headmaster, and obviously we've got Shrunken Deluxe Disease here. Right, obviously Deluxe from the previous trilogy is bigger than this Deluxe, sadly. Here he is with G1 Red Alert. Yes, I know, not Sideswipe, but he is definitely bigger than the G1 figure, at least. So that's something. Next comparison is going to be with, of course, from the last time they downsized the figures, and it made and raised prices, and it made a big, outcry in the fan community. Here he is next to Fall of Cybertron Sideswipe, which is good if you like crap. God, he's a terrible toy. But yeah, Fall of Cybertron Sideswipe is roughly the same height. That is kind of, it's close. Maybe slightly taller. Whatever. Here he is with another, in my opinion, kind of crappy Sideswipe toy, but one I own. I will probably be getting rid of some of my worser toys. Here he is next to Universe Sideswipe. Yeah, he's a million times better than Universe Classic Sideswipe. It's not even really a real comparison there. The only Sideswipe I own who I think is really any better, of course, is going to be Masterpiece Sideswipe. I mean, duh, right? Of course, Masterpiece Sideswipe's going to be a bit nicer, but just for that comparison, so you can see how they look together. Yeah, I would say this is definitely the best deluxe class Sideswipe we've literally have ever gotten. So let's go ahead and show off his features. Of course, we will start with articulation. He, of course, has ankle tilt. He's got bend there at the knee, thigh swivel, full range of motion at, I guess, the hips there. He's got crotch rotation, 360 at arm, all the way out, 90-degree bend at the elbow. No waist rotation, sadly, and his head is basically, of course, fully articulated. So his, his posability, I would say, is pretty good. He, of course, comes with this accessory, which, of course, is splittable into two pieces if you want. I mean, you can, of course, have him obviously hold it this way. If you want, you can, let's see, you can mount it as a shoulder cannon if you wish, which I think looks really cool. This breaks off, and if you want him to have a shoulder cannon and gun, of course that is an option. And of course he also has several mounting points for Battle Masters or Target Masters. He has, funny enough, point on his leg for it, and 2 points on each arm. Oh, did I have him in there right? Okay. Put one on that arm and one on that arm. Oh, 1 point on articulation. I forgot, of course, he does have an elbow swivel. So, yeah, obviously, if you really want to arm him up with Battle Masters, you can. So, there you go. Overall, I would say this is an excellent toy. Absolutely excellent. And easily the best, you know, Generations Deluxe Class Sideswipe that we've ever gotten in any line. It destroys all the other Sideswipes I think we've ever gotten, aside from G1 and Masterpiece. In my opinion, those are the only three official sides. There's only three official Sideswipe figures worth owning, in my opinion. G1, this, and Masterpiece. None of the other ones are necessary, and they're all pretty much garbage compared to those three. So, anyway, that pretty much wraps it up for Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Sideswipe. If you like this, thumbs up. If you hate me, as I knock them over, thumbs down, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.